Hello, Marion Elementary second grade students. This is Mr. Davis, and we are here today with our lesson 8 of our science lessons. So this is lesson 8, and we're going to continue with our embryology. Our embryology, is the hatching of our chicks that we are doing in cooperation with Mr. Chad Ray and the McDowell County 4-H, and you can watch this process on the McDowell County 4-H Facebook page. And Mr. Ray is putting videos on it throughout, and he'll be meeting with you all every Tuesday at 9:30. Today, we're going to talk about the life cycle of a chicken. So, when we talk about a life cycle, we talk about from the time that he is a baby to the time that it's a grown adult, and then continues that life cycle going on. So, today we are going to create a booklet that looks something like this. And what to do this, we need to gather our materials that I asked you to have. First, you want to have 6 pages or 6 pieces of paper. I've got blank copy paper here, but you can use notebook paper or whatever else you have there at the house. You'll need your pair of scissors. You'll need a glue stick or glue. And then you need to have markers or crayons or colored pencils or whatever you need that way. So to begin, I'm going to move my camera so that you can see what I'm doing with the papers, okay? So firstly, I have all 6 of my papers stacked up on top of each other here. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it on the vertical. Just like that. I have one big stack. I'm folding it on the vertical and I'm going to crease my side here. Okay. So I've folded those 6 pieces of paper together. And now what I'm going to do is using the whole, as much as the paper as we can, we're going to kind of draw an egg shape. I'm going to start here at the top of the paper. I'm going to kind of work my way as far over to the side as I can. And then I'm going to kind of come back across toward the bottom. And I'm going to kind of make it flat so our booklet will sit. Okay. So you can see here we have the shape drawn. So now what I want you to do, using your scissors, I want you to get that. And where you have drawn that edge, I want you to cut that out. If mom or dad need to help you with that drawing of the egg, that's perfectly fine, or older brother, sister, whoever's there to help you. Okay. And I'm going to ask you to hold on to these as well, like we did with our cloud pictures. And when we come back to school, I want you to bring these with you so that we can see, and we'll talk about our egg process. Okay. So now I have cut them out, and I still have them all in one stack. Well, I'm going to separate them out now. So I have 1, 2. My papers are wanting to stick together here. 3. 4, 5, and 6. So I have all 6 of those, okay? So I'm going to move 5 of them over here to the edge, and I'm going to start with my first one, okay? And I'm going to turn the paper so it's the right way for you to see it here. Okay, so we're going to start, here's our creased edge, okay? So we're going to line all these up, and we're going to glue them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our glue stick, and I'm going to keep them folded, and I'm going to cover the one side of it here with my glue stick. Okay, and we're going to take that, and then I'm going to take my next one, and I'm keeping it folded, and here's my folded edge. So here's my open edge is out, and I've got my folded edge to the middle, and we're going to line that up as best as we can, and we're going to push that down so that we have that. Now that is glued together. All right, now we're going to repeat the same process for the rest of them until we get all of them glued in one stack. Okay. And the important part is just to kind of keep your edges lined up as best as you can. And make sure they always are putting the crease side to the middle. Okay, we're continuing this. I hope you guys have been having a good day and that you've used some of the time outside and you've been able to enjoy some of this weather. I know it's been bright and sunny, but it's also been a little chilly. So I hope that you've enjoyed your time outside and are keeping healthy and safe and washing those hands. All right. So we're getting these all glued in together. And I've got my last one going on here. Okay, so now we have our 6 of them glued together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take mine and I'm going to take the very first side of it and I'm going to fold it out just like so. So now you see where we have our full egg shape, right? And now I'm going to take that side that I just folded out. So this is the one that's sticking out, and then the other ones that are all still stacked together over here on the opposite side. And I've added glue there, and now we're going to take this one and push it down onto that. And this is what's going to form our booklet, okay? So this is what's going to allow us to do that. So now I've got that glued together. I'm going to turn one more, and then 2 more, and 3 more, and then you got 4 more, and then there's your 5th one. So you see how we've got our booklet there, okay? So you'll want to kind of find where you can get to your one of the sides. It's your first page, whichever side you want it to be, okay? So now Mr. Davis has gotten here. All right, so we have ours. So I've already kind of created mine, so I'm going to show it to you that way, and that you can copy the things that I have written down. You might have to pause the booklet or the video while you copy it for so forth, but we're going to start out. I'm going to move my blank one over here to the side, and here's our first one. We have the life cycle of a chicken, and I have by Mr. Davis. Of course, you're going to put your name there instead of mine because you're the one now creating this booklet. So if you want to go ahead and take a moment, pause the video, and you can copy this off onto the paper and the page, and then I'll give you a few seconds, and we'll go on to the second one. All right, when we talk about the life cycle of a chicken's egg is usually hatched by the mama hen, and the mama hen sits on those eggs. We're using the incubator process to do that, but either way that starts, the first day after the egg is laid by the mother hen, the process starts of incubation. So we have day 1, and we have our egg. If you remember, Mr. Ray put an X on one side and an O on the other because we have to rotate those eggs 3 times a day to make the baby chick have room to grow and develop. And so the mama hen will be doing that as well. She'll get up and rotate those eggs. So you'll want to copy onto your first one, day 1, egg. So you can pause the video, and then you'll be able to write those things down. Next, we're going to have, after the mama hen or you use the incubator, the eggs begin to hatch, and it's hatching after 21 days. So the baby chicks are making their way out, okay? So the way they do that, they have their little beaks, and they're going to peck and peck and peck against that shell, and you're going to start to see cracking, and they'll work their way out. Sometimes it takes them a little while to do that because they get very tired with working their way out of that shell, but you have to let them do that on their own. You may pause the video and then be able to copy this. All right. Then the very next day after the egg has hatched, you're going to have a baby chick. It's going to be fluffy and soft, and this is where you'll have to find a box or a container, and a lot of times we have a heat lamp that you remember we read about in our book of hatching eggs off of Raz. That's where they put the baby chicks for a while because they need to have that heat lamp to stay warm and to get theirs the feathers to dry out and so forth that way. So draw a baby chick the best that you can, and then you have day 1 after hatching. Then, after 7 weeks, the baby chick will start to change, and the baby chicks will have feathers. So 7 weeks later, the chick has feathers. And so then I've drawn a little different chicken here, and you can see he's got some feathers on his tail because a lot of times you see the rooster or the hen's tails kind of stick up and the feathers on their wings begin to develop first. So then after that 7 weeks, 1 year later, you will have an adult chicken. Let me find the right page that I have for that. Mr. Davis got the book turned around there. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Got my book folded turned around the wrong way. Sorry. There, 1 year later, we have an adult hen or chicken that we have there. So we have an adult chicken. And then the mama will sit and lay the egg. The hen will lay the eggs, and then she'll sit on it, and the process starts again for hatching eggs. So you can pause the video and do that. And then once you have finished all of those pictures and everything, you can kind of see, you'll take your booklet and you can set it up like so. And you have a 3-dimensional booklet of the life cycle of a chicken. So I hope you enjoyed creating this booklet of the life cycle of a chicken. And I wish we really could be doing this together in class because it's a lot of fun watching those eggs and turning them and seeing how they change daily and making sure the temperature stays correctly. It's a lot of fun, but with the times that we have right now, we're doing the best we can. So I hope you're tuning in with Mr. Ray on the 4-H webpage, and we'll be doing a couple more things with this throughout. All right, you have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.